That's what I was looking for. Thank you very much. So, present. Perfect. Okay. And
I have a question.
yes, by all means.
Why not just have moved instead of moved in?
Because it's a little complicated. But if I said have moved, you wouldn't say moved in together. You wouldn't say, if you said I had moved together, we had, Seoirse and Sandra have moved together, that would imply that they literally taken something and moved. If you say moved in, you're talking about two people living separately who've now decided to live together.
Okay.
Okay? So that's the difference there. So that changes the meaning slightly.
Okay.
Yeah, and again, so when we're talking about the present perfect and the present tense, you've all come to the right conclusion. And I'm just going to put up some little flashcards here, which will just clarify what we've just talked about. Okay? So we're going to put this one here. Can anyone see that? Actually, well, I'll put it up here, actually. Make it more visible. There we go. So, basically saying that the past simple is chosen when we consider that the event or action took place in a finished period of time. It's essentially over. And then that the present perfect is chosen to refer to completed events or actions in the past which occurred within an unfinished period of time. So it's still happening. Are we clear? Are we happy with that?
Yes.
Okay. Right. So now we're going to move on to the pronunciation and the stresses here. So, can anyone tell me in the first sentence then, where the stress in the sentence, I'm not really worried about the individual words, but just within the sentence, how you would say it. So, Seoirse was on his own. Where do you think the stresses are? Did I
Was.
Yes. Right, so it's Seoirse, and someone said was. On his own, correct. So, there you go. Right, and the next one, again, it's a longer one, so there might be a few more stresses in there, so feel free to just shout them out. Okay, so if Seoirse is stressed here, do we think Seoirse and Sandra have moved. Seoirse and Sandra have moved in. So it's again, you would just we'll just treat this as one, so we'll put the stress here. Together, yes, and where?
Mexico.
In Mexico, so there's a stress there. So you say that Seoirse and Sandra have moved in together in Mexico. Okay? Right. So I'm just going to repeat this. I want you just to listen to me while I do that. So let's say Seoirse was on his own. Okay? Seoirse was on his own. So all together now.
Seoirse was on his own.
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 That's right, and that's how you pronounce it, folks, if you're getting a little bit tongue-tied. Alright, okay, and Ricardo, can you say it, please?
Seoirse was on his own.
And Irene?
Seoirse was on his own.
Okay, excellent. Okay, so we'll move on to the next sentence again. So I'll repeat, I'll say hang fire, and then we'll get you to repeat it. So, Seoirse and Sandra have moved in together in Mexico. Okay? Seoirse and Sandra have moved in together in Mexico. So all together now?
Seoirse and Sandra have moved in together in Mexico.
Correct. Okay, and one more time.
Seoirse and Sandra have moved in together in Mexico.
Excellent, excellent. Okay, so would you like to try it all on your own?
Okay.
Right on.
Seoirse and Sandra have moved in together in Mexico.
Perfect. And would you like to give it a go?
Seoirse and Sandra have moved in together in Mexico.
Excellent, thank you very much. That's beautiful. Okay then, right. And now we need to break down the sentence into its component parts so we can see how these are structured and how these are formed, so that when you come to write them or use them, you'll know how. Okay, so Seoirse, what is he? What is this? In terms of the sentence, he's the subject. That's right. Okay. So he's the subject. And yes, so the next part there.
The verb.
That's right. And what part of the verb is it? So what are we talking about? It's the verb.
Past tense.
It's the past tense, that's right. So it's, and is it an auxiliary verb?
No, that's the main verb.
It's the main verb, that's right. So that's the main verb, and my writing is going to be getting microscopically small. The main verb of, and what is the form of that verb? What? No, sorry, no. What is that verb?
Verb to be.
The verb to be, that's right. So it's the main verb to be, and we said that that was in the past tense. And then the rest of the sentence is the complement, yes. That which you should be paying your partners. Okay then, now moving on to the next sentence. Again, we're going to just go through it again and we're going to break it down. So I'll just, there we go. And then this is all. So, again, what is this part here?
Subject.
Yes, so they are the subject there, essentially. Right, now,
Auxiliary.
this is the auxiliary verb here, right? And of what verb?
Have.
Have.
Auxiliary verb of have. And what tense is that in?
Past participle.
No. This is auxiliary. So this is. Did I hear that? What did I hear? Did I hear something? The present.
Simple present.
It's the present tense. Okay then, and so then, and I did hear it there. So this form of the verb. So we've got the present tense. So this is what makes it the present perfect. What form of, what tense of the verb is it?
It's the main verb of moving.
That's right, it's the main verb. So it's the main verb this time.
Of moving in the past participle.
Did everyone hear that? So what did Mary say? It was the
Main verb of
no. We'll give someone else a chance.
Okay.
Right. So what part of it? So that's the present tense. Mary's already said it. If you don't know, did anyone hear? It was the what part of the verb?
Me.
No. It's the main verb. But if this is the present tense, the past participle. Thank you very much. Okay then, right. So we now have that, and we can see that when we're making the simple past, it's just, as it says, simple, you just use the past tense. And that lets you know then that it's an action that happened in the past and is now finished. And then when we're using the present perfect, it's a combination of an auxiliary verb, in this case to have, in the present tense, and then added to that the main verb in the past participle, in this case moved in from to move in, okay? Now, so we're going to go on to the next section. Okay, so if we'll notice here from the main paragraph, I had left some words covered, okay? So I'm just going to take them off. Oh, in fact, no, before I take them off, I'd like to see if you can guess, right? So what the words might be. So, said Seoirse's marriage of 5 years ended more than 3 years ago. He was on his own, blank. Can anyone tell me what that might be? What the next line, or what might fit in there? Now, again, we've been talking about things that have happened in the past, things that have finished in the past, and things that are on their own. So he was on his own. Again, are you trying to imply that I'm constantly on my own?
Then.
Yeah, oh no.
Then.
No, I'll put you out of your misery and then we can discuss.
Afterwards.
So, no, in this case, it's, and the blue tack is holding me back here. So it says, there we go.
Oh, God.
And I thought it was just technology that caused problems, huh? There you go. So it was for 2 years. He was on his own for 2 years. Now, this one here, so Seoirse, the next sentence, Seoirse and Sandra have moved in together, blank, okay? And again, it's connected to that, but it's different, but it's similar, just to confuse you. Okay, but we will clarify and we will explain. Can anyone have a guess what might go in there? Again, it's referring to a period of time. Now remember, we moved in together, so it's an event that happened in the past.
3 years
but is it
ago.
3 years ago? No, because
For 3 years.
I already wrote.
I haven't known it 3 years.
Oh, come on.
But shall I?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Okay.
Since May the 26th.
Ah.
Right. So just before I started the courses when we came down. Right. Okay. So that leads me on to what I want to talk about next with you, which is the notion of for and since. Yeah, sorry, I do apologize, but that makes things an awful lot clearer. So I moved in together since May 26th. Now, can someone tell me how these differ? So what is that? That is telling you that Seoirse was on his own for 2 years. What does that tell you?
A period of time.
It tells you. It tells you.
Yeah, that was the
That you are not.
Exactly. It tells you a specific period of time. Okay, and then Seoirse and Sandra have moved in together since May 26th. What does that tell you?
Now,
It,
That is
it's still
exactly. It's still happening. Once again, fingers crossed. So, and it's telling, basically what it's telling, it's about when something started. So since May 26th up to the present moment in time, and on. Right. So we've just discussed what that is, and I'm just going to put again further flashcards on here, which will just give you the explanation of it. Just clarify the point. Again, so I haven't seen Tom for 3 days, and it's chosen when we talk about a period of time, okay? So a fixed, finished period of time, okay? And then I haven't seen Tom since Sunday. It's chosen when we talk about the start of the period. So you can see they're similar,
Okay.
and you can use them both at the end of the sentence in the same way, but it just tells you something different about it, but very similar. So I mean, we could say, if Seoirse, he was on his own, instead of saying for 2 years, you could say since something. Would anyone have a guess what they might have said? What could you put in there? Instead of for 2 years, you could put since.
19 something. 2000 and something.
What's 2011 minus 2? It's 2009. So you would say since 2009. Okay, because that tells you when it started, but it doesn't say. It doesn't say that it's ended. Okay, and again, Seoirse and Sandra have moved in together since May 26th.
For 2 months, 1 month, or 1 month.
For
2 weeks.
2 and a bit weeks. 2 and a bit weeks, exactly. So they're relative to one another. They're just different ways of telling you something about a period of time or when something has started. And you can use either one. It just changes the emphasis of what you're saying slightly. Okay, it just changes the focus of that. Right, so taking these into consideration now, I'm going to hand you out some sheets here, okay? Now you'll see on here that we've got since and for, okay? Now what we've got here, so there's an example done for you. So seeing here that if you're using a sentence with that, so we